MagicPost has made it possible for you to actually train an AI chatbot to basically write exactly like you write. And in this example, as you can see, I actually wrote this entire post based on the writing style of Nile, right? And the reason why I actually choose Ryan is because his writing style is much more focused on storytelling. Because generally online, you keep hearing this thing of, hey, you need to post content that is, storytelling and actually captivate your actually audience. And when it comes to me, that side of me isn't really that strong. So, which is why I actually went with this guy right here. And the subject that I actually went with was the process of growing and automating your business with AI. And this is when I actually activated the whole thing of MagicPost being able to actually mimic Niall's writing style, right? And it's exactly the same because always when he actually writes his content, he has some form of a story and always likes to say the last 5 months or the last 6 months or stuff like that, right? And as you can see over here, it's written, I spent the last 5 years helping businesses grow and automate the business with AI. The truth is, most are missing out on a massive opportunity. Here are 4 lessons I've learned about growing and automating your business with AI. Can you like that's an actual story, right? It's tailored around the story. But if you were to actually show you the one that I actually generated when I actually deactivated the whole mimic feature, this is the post that I actually got. The process of growing and automating your business with AI. AI is transforming the business landscape. As you can see, it's you can already tell this was AI generated, right? And because I've used a lot of content generators, so I know keywords to identify when something's AI generated, right? For example, the term streamlining, AI generated, enhance, AI generated. Okay, so that's all the terms that it actually indicates, but the wording and structuring of this post is clearly AI generated, right? But I just want to show you how you can actually go about using this new feature and how you can actually train your AI model, right? Now, for those who don't know what Magic Post is, it's essentially a tool that allows you to turn your ideas and thoughts into actual LinkedIn content, right? And essentially how it works is that you're gonna firstly land on this page, right? And you're gonna select your content type, and I generally prefer and as my default actionable, because yeah, there's literally nothing else, because all of these, yeah, it's just really bad, right? Now as you can see, you can also select the post category that you can actually want. Now this one is actually based on whatever post it is actually generating. In my case, since I'm basically like educating people and stuff like that, I actually go with explanation and analysis. Sometimes I go with list rules just to get those bullet points across. But yeah, essentially how it works is that you're gonna type in an idea for you have for an actual LinkedIn post, or maybe you have the first draft that you can literally just paste in this section right over here, right? And if you want more additional options, you can actually click here and you can actually specify the instructions you want the chatbot to actually generate. But I prefer leaving those like default the way there is. I generally like including the signature, which in this case it's like the CTA. But essentially you can also see you can generate your own custom hook over here. I don't like using the custom hook because yeah, their hook are much more better than mine. Now if you go down to the settings, this is where you're gonna actually go about training the AI chatbot on your writing style or your favorite creator's writing style, right? And in this case, as I said, I went with Now, who is one of the best ghostwriters out there in my opinion, right? As you can see, adapt to writing style, none, a few, stuff like that. Make sure to always leave it at the top. But essentially what you would actually get is a plus icon right over here, right? But in this case there's no, so you will then see something like this: customize the AI, import your writing style or that of your preferred creator by providing your LinkedIn profile URL link here. That's all you need. Just paste in the website URL link over here and it actually is doing the whole thing already. It is trained on our actual profile. And if you actually to go to his actual LinkedIn profile, just to give him some form of credit for those who actually looking for some form of like ghostwriting help or just copywriting in general, this is the guy you need to check out. He is one of the best. And a few months ago he actually released or launched his agency called noticed, but he's not actually taking it. But yeah, generally that is it, right? As you can see, based on, I just want to show you what I mean by this AI is actually generating content that is entirely based on how he actually writes, right? So let me just close down this window over here, because yeah, it's a bit annoying. So essentially I just want to show you the hook, right? Now, bad B2B marketing, right? And essentially goes on to basically showing you or telling the story, right? So let me just show you a few. Okay, as you can see, while that is still loading, some of his best actual posts over here, right? Just to give you an insight of to why I actually chose this guy as my go-to favorite creator when it comes to like writing, instead of Justin Willish and Dan Cole and all these huge creators. Like, yeah, but I don't necessarily love their writing style. Alright, so this is actually lagging and I'm sorry about that, but yeah, you get the gesture, right? So essentially you copy the actual URL link of that individual, right? Once that is done, click on import, next, confirm, and we are set, right? And essentially how you can actually activate and deactivate it is by just hovering here and just click on activate, deactivate, activate, deactivate, essentially like that, right? So this was our actual subject line, more additional options that we have it. Don't forget the advanced features. This is where you actually have to go, make sure all of this is like this, do not change anything, right? So yeah, we go back, and the process of growing and automating your business with AI. So let's see for a moment what it's actually going to generate in this case. As you can see, like I said, he always likes to refer a certain time period. As you can see in this case, 3 months ago we started using AI to automate our business process. The results have been incredible. 50% increased productivity, 30% reduction in operational cost, and 24/7 customer support availability. Yet my businesses are still hesitant. Yet many businesses are still hesitant to embrace AI. They suck in the old ways, manual data entry, time-consuming customer service, and stuff, right? But here's the thing: AI isn't just for tech giants. It's for any business looking to grow and scale. The key is to start small, automate one process at a time, learn from the data, gradually expand AI integration. Remember, AI is a tool, not a replacement for human creativity and strategy. Like, the way you read it, it's like someone with industry knowledge and just good copywriting actually wrote this actual post. One of the reasons, I said again, I don't like going with huge creators. Yes, they're good at what they actually do, but when it comes to like writing, like, you just skim it. Personally, when I read Justin Willis post or just Lara or Dan Cole, huge credits to them. Like, I like the content, but I just like scan it just to get what it's actually all about. And if it's nonsense, I just leave it. When it comes to like these small creators or just people like Neil, bro, I just read the actual content. Like, okay, since it seems like it's actually done loading some of these actual posts, let me show you bad B2B marketing agency. And you can see he is basically like an actual storyteller. Like I said, 3 years ago Amazon lost, stuff like that. And now that he was actually referring to some form of, I forgot what the actual post was about, but yeah, you get the gesture, right? He loves storytelling again. But over the last 3 years I've learned. Let's go back to actual post. How did it start? 3 months ago we started using AI. Like I said, he always refers to some form of time period when it comes to his actual content. Now, here's a cool thing: if you don't like the actual hook or the initial hook you actually generated, what you can actually do is just go all the way down and just click here, and it's gonna generate you an entire new hook. Every pound out, I don't like that one. I do not like that one. You see? Now, for this one, I would say don't use the actual hook generator, because now we are not generating the hook based on Anyo's, I mean Now's writing style, but like the AI is just generating it based on the actual post. So recommendations, leave it the way it is for now. Now you can also publish this directly on a LinkedIn post, and I cannot show you because I've already linked it to my actual LinkedIn profile. But essentially, when you log in, you'll be given the option to basically automatically just input your actual LinkedIn profile, and you can automatically publish that. Now just to go over a few things, you can actually preview the mobile view side and the desktop. See more, not see more, right? Comes in handy. Comes in handy. On on desktop, this is how it actually look like, and on mobile, if we actually turn that, that's how it actually looks like. But not really mobile. It's basically like desktop version. It always looks somewhat like this, so always keep it at desktop, not mobile, because I normally log on mobile and this is essentially what I actually see. Now as you can see, if you go to like the template side, I don't necessarily use this one. I highly recommend you don't. Generally I don't have any knowledge on that one. And essentially this is how you can actually repurpose your previous LinkedIn post, right? So in this case, if you were to actually take this and let's say, oh, it actually performed way above average, you can literally just paste it in, click on let's go, and it's gonna regenerate an entire new post based on the original post, right? And lastly, you can actually generate an entire lastly you can actually generate lastly you can actually convert any YouTube video into an actual LinkedIn post, or maybe like an article into an actual LinkedIn post, right? It's vice versa. It really depends, right? In this case, I don't know what to actually use as an example. I don't necessarily know what to actually use. Maybe later on in the video I will. Nah, but yeah, you get the gesture, right? I just want to show you a cool new feature that basically complements the whole AI can actually mimic your writing style, and that's the matrix page, right? Now, I've used a lot of analytics tools like Tableau and what is this called? Shield, not Clio, but Shield, to actually analyze other creators' post in general, and this one is by far the best analytics tool out there. Now essentially it doesn't give you the option to analyze other creators post, but mostly your own post, which is flowback, and I'm hoping they're gonna actually give you that option, right? Now in this case, as again you're going with now, because yeah, my bad. You can actually see the formatting of the actual individual, the likes, top, most comments, and you can actually see that this guy loves posting at 2 a.m. in my time period, right? So yeah, now here is where things just go a bit crazy, and that's where the infographics actually come from. Average likes run about, I don't know, maybe like 200 and stuff like that. Weekly post 4 to 5, trend in line for the past month now. And as you can see, format used, or the format the actual individual, in your case you love to use in your actual post, right? In this case now actually uses let's say 2% and 4%, 70% image for videos and stuff like that. It kind of sucks why it doesn't indicate a percentage for all the others, but image it's like 70, as you can see for yourself, right? But you get the gesture. Main themes of the actual content, right? Content marketing makes sense because he actually offers copywriting as a service, marketing, and social media, human centered design. I think this is like because of the carousels over here, but yeah, this all of this makes sense based on the service it actually provides. As you can see, content type mostly promotional in the last 7 days, I mean month or two, and it actually makes sense because yeah, he's been posting a lot of content around his newly released what is this called, agency called Notice. So it actually makes sense. Then you have basically 0% actionable. Makes sense because most of his content isn't necessarily actionable, but I know a few ghostwriters whose content are actually actionable, and yeah, they're actually good. Inspirational, nope. And intrusive, 25%, makes sense, and all of this is honestly accurate to their bone, right? And posting times, as you can see, loves posting run about at 2. In the previous analytics, it actually indicated that. And you see Fridays is where he's like, okay, let me not. Then, you know, 2 times, 4 times. He mostly posts like 2 to 3 times in a day. Friday 2 times, then Sunday, Saturday doesn't post at all. And yeah, that is actually accurate. And finally, the actual insights. Now, this is basically like his best performing post by hook in a way, right? I spent 1,000 hours studying so for marketing tactics, to strategies that can actually work for whatever. A month in a life over 20. Yeah, I'm 20. What? Yeah, you get the gesture, and yeah, this is actually his best performing post by hook in a way, right? Now, as you can see, this is actually some informative stuff. Average likes by format, as you can see, carousels takes the lead, followed by image and then video, right? Yep. And so far, he actually, okay, yeah, that's it. Post volume, you get all of this. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what that is actually about. But yeah, this is it, right? Now, I won't actually cover every single tool within MagicPost, but if you want to give MagicPost a try, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But you get the gesture. You can actually generate a bunch of different video ideas based on your original idea of first draft. So yeah, peace.